Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another JD channel video, in which today I thought, why not do a Q&A type of video? This is just more to get to know me a little better. And for those who are pretty much just watching the video and don't know me that well, one thing I'm actually fond of is sneakers. Which behind me, I have a few. And I thought I'd go over a couple of questions of, what kind of possessed me to like shoes, what possessed me to kind of start collecting, what kind of the feeling it gives you, and my first pair of sneakers that I really got that pretty much set the tone. So stay tuned and hopefully enjoy this video. Now here's a good one. What was my first pair of sneakers and when did I get them? So my first real pair of kind of like, I guess you want to say, kind of mainstream sneaker was the Reggie Miller Air Total Foamposite. No, sorry, not Air Total Foamposite. That's actually one I got later on, which is kind of like it. But the first pair of kind of mainstream sneakers I got was the Air Total Max Up Tempo, which I actually still have the pair. Right here in this very old dusty box. This is a 9.5. As you can see, it's seen better days. Crunchy bubble. And it's very, very destroyed. This was my only pair of shoes when I was in 7th grade, I believe. I don't think I got a replace. Maybe this was 6th grade. I'm trying to think, because this came out in 97. Class of 99. Yeah, so I want to say I got these in 97 for 7th grade. Now, after that, actually, my uncle got me a different pair of shoes, which I happen to have in a different box. I don't have the original pair, but I have the retro version, which I have a retro version of these too, which is kind of cool. Let me actually grab those. Now, I went in my closet and I found my retro pair of Air Total Max Up Tempos, which this is an 11.5, and it's so much bigger than the other one. So I could wear them now, but you can tell it's not really worn. These are kind of heavy, and the original ones were also. But in 2009 when they got retroed, as much as I could have waited for them to go on sale, I had to have them because I had the original pair. I got the original pair actually on sale. I was convincing my dad for a pair of sneakers, and these actually were discounted with a coupon, I believe. I was looking at actually a different pair, but it was too narrow. And since the Total Max Up Tempo has the big bubble on the bottom, I was able to convince him to give me the bigger bottom. So I went with my mom to a Foot Locker, I believe it was in Hillsdale, or might even have been in the old-fashioned Island Mall, and was able to pick them up. And then after that, let me get this big box here, which says Class of 97, if you could see it. If you can see my sneakers here, Class of 97. The Class of 97 pack. This actually has a replica of my second pair of sneakers I had, which were the Air Foamposite Pro. This, unlike the Air Foamposite 1, which I have tons of, has the Nike swoosh, the different bottom. The other one has the penny signs on it, and then it says a Nike swoosh there as well. They've retroed this several times, but unlike the other retros of like the pearls and everything, this is like pure white. The other ones are like off-white, kind of like a, I don't want to say kind of closer to cream. So I mean, when this came out, I had to get them. I got these actually a lot cheaper than the original ones were, and I got it in a 2-pack. When I say cheaper, I mean I kind of divide the two. But this, back in the day, was, what was it? It was $170, and then the penny, which was the Air Foamposite 1, was $180. Nowadays they're $200, so go figure. I'm gonna go put this back in the box and go to a different pair. So I started collecting Air Jordans a little bit after I got that pair of Foamposite 1s, which the first pair I ever got was the Air Jordan 14. I mean, it might not be a popular pair in most people's kind of wardrobe, but it was a favorite of mine because I liked the way they were designed, where they had that, which I'll put a picture here, they had that air vent in it, and you know, it reminded him of his Ferrari. I enjoyed that pair, which I had the, I forget what you call the original ones, the white and black one, the first pair. Then I followed it up with a pair of Indigos, which I didn't think were going to get rare, but I used to beat both of them, and I kind of wore, sometimes I wore, which was weird, I wore the white one and the Indigo together. So it's like a white pair and a black pair. And if I had known they were going to be collectible, I wish I wouldn't have worn them. Just like I had a pair of snake skins that right now are really beat, and I'm trying to restore them, but they retroed them again. So the Indigos and that got retroed, so I don't know what to say in that case. Because at the peak, I think that my Indigos and the snake skins were worth about $5 each. That's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't think of reselling, like right now, that Total Max Up Tempo that I was talking about first, the silver shoe. That looks like my, my Total Max Up Tempo. That Total Foamposite Max version of that, the all silver shoe. The retro of 2011, not the one I have. I actually have a original, I think it's like 1999 or 2000. The retro version, the 2011, right now I'm seeing go on StockX for around 1100. That's crazy. Go figure, right? I mean, sneakers are sneakers. So I had the Indigos, then I followed it up with a pair of Air Jordan 15s, which my mom thought they were cool because they kind of looked like boots, but they were kind of clunky, but they served a purpose, and I thought they were decent. Then I followed them up with the, I don't remember what you call the white and blue 16s, but I dug those, and I still have them. They're just really beat, and I don't know where they are right now, but the one with the garter, I liked having them, and sometimes I wore the garter the other way to protect the shoe, or sometimes I wore it without it. The white and blue pair went with pretty much everything. I had the black and red pair for a while, but I sold it. I actually sold it for a good profit, so I don't mind it. And a lot of people don't really like the 16, but they're decent. They're not as heavy as people think. I skipped on the 17, and then I eventually went to the Air Jordan 1, which is a pair I had in 2001. Needless to say, people think, oh wow, those are collectible. But back then, nobody was really getting them. I bought them like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after at Nike Town for, what do they retail? I think $90 or $100. The only thing I didn't like about that, which I still have them, and because I knew they'd be collectible, I didn't wear them as much. I probably wore them a handful of times, and they are serial numbered. The one thing I didn't like about them is people always mistook them for freaking Air Force Ones, which they weren't. They're like, hey, you got nice Air Force Ones. I'm like, these are Jordan 1s. They're like, what are those? I was like, seriously? Michael Jordan. I don't know. Go figure. Now, as far as the silhouette that I have the most of, I believe the one I have the most of is probably the Foamposites, which Foamposites 1s are the ones I have common ones of. I don't really have that many Foamposite Pros. I think I only have that one pair. But I do enjoy my Foamposites, which even though they're clunky, they do eventually mold to you, which, as you can see here, I have a red pair, which this is very nice. I'm not like into the other, some other people I know they like the, I think the one came in a red pair like this, which is easier to find, but as you can see, this is the Foamposite one where it has the penny sign there on the bottom as well, and a different kind of footprint right there. This is yellowing obviously because I do wear these. And then of course the penny sign there. This is probably one of my favorite pairs of pennies. Probably is used the most because kind of got it secondhand, but oh well. These I got brand new, but I hardly ever wear them because these are a size 12. I just had to have them. These are the coppers from, I believe this is either 09 or 210. They retroed these again, even though this is technically a retro. The copper colorway You can tell the difference between mine and the newer one because mine's not as bright, just like the red ones. The red of the new metallic reds are really bright, and these are, you know, kind of a darker finish. They're shiny, but darker finish. See, so I have the coppers. Let's see what else I got. And then, of course, the classic color. If you can see the holograms in the back, holograms are kind of hanging out there. These I had to get. These I think came out Valentine's Day of one year, and I had to have them, so I have a pair of Royals. This is a 211 Royal. This is the classic color for Penny. I think he has a Sharpied version which came in that 2-pack. I wish I had that. Oh well. This is hardly ever worn, and as you can tell, it's not really yellow because I don't wear it that much. It's because I really like the color. So I had to preserve it a little more, so I don't tend to wear this as much. I mean, there's dirt on it, which I gotta clean these, but I don't wear it that often because I really enjoyed the royal colorway. So one mistake I'll admit back in the day that I made was I didn't know what these stamps meant, which if you read closely, and I should have done that when I bought it because I think I paid 100 something for it, almost retail, but I really wanted them. These are the black and green, forget what you call these, I think House of Hoop. These were awesome because I wanted a black pair of Foamposites. I still want a pair of Stealths if anybody has them, for a decent price. I'm not really willing to pay, you know, markup for it, but I have them. You know, I want them. Now, I didn't know obviously what that meant, which there's stamps all over them, like even in here, there's a stamp, but it pretty much means it's B grade. You know, there's imperfections, but it didn't bother me because it's an all black shoe. I didn't even notice. I'm sure that the imperfection is maybe the consistency or the kind of pattern, but it didn't bother me, so it's a mistake I kind of live with, and that's fine. Another pair that I have, which, you know, obviously since I only had 2 feet, I don't wear a lot of these often. Swoosh is kind of dirty, but it's because it rained one time when I wore it, is the polarized pinks. I kind of got this on a whim, which this is very reflective with all these Ram stripes. This is one of my favorite Foamposites. I think they made like a rose gold color, but I don't like that as much. I really dig the polarized pink color. And so I wear this with a lot of breast cancer things. This I got on a whim because I tried for it and I was surprised it added to cart and I got it. So I've had this since new. This is a size 12, so it's a little bigger for me. So I try not to wear it that often, but I kind of like the outfits I have with it, so I wear it as often as I can. I just don't wear it enough that it's beat, like a lot of my pods and NMDs are all beat, so that's actually a thing I like. Those are very comfortable, but after a while there are problems that you get with them. Go figure. And I guess before I end the video, I'll show another pair that I don't wear that often because obviously it's so clean. And this I kind of wear just every now and then just because of how shiny it is. This is a hologram Foamposite. I have 2 pairs of these, which is nice. Stored the other one just to make sure, just in case it kind of becomes collectible. And I guess for this segment, why don't I end it there? I might do a few more of the sneakerhead ones because I know it's already long. But I have some other topics I could talk about. So, as far as sneakers in the following videos. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it'll let you kind of know a little bit more about my sneakers in the beginning. I know it's kind of clustered, but you know, I don't write scripts. I kind of just do it as is. So, I thank you for tuning into another Jayd3e channel video, and take care and have a wonderful day.